So I saw the Mario Galaxy movie. Hey everyone, if you're a parent, there's certain things you got to do. And when, movies about superheroes or comic books or toys or whatever comes out, you got to go see it. And, my daughter has seen all the previews for the Mario Galaxy movie and she was counting down. So I had to go see it. And, we went to see it on her birthday this Sunday past and, she loved it. And pretty much that was my expectation for this movie. And a lot of people who are reviewing this movie are really coming at it because, it's not really much to it, but it's a movie about a video game. And that's exactly what they deliver. There's been complaints about it being pandering and, just, nostalgia bait kind of thing. And that's exactly what it is. And I'm not really sure why people are surprised about that. It's not a complete story, but the target audience doesn't care. They want to see spin attacks and, Mario using different power-ups from the movie. And it gives you that. As far as the story, Mario and Luigi, they're out fixing problems. Apparently, there's warp drain problems, the way they move from world to world. And they help people out with that, and they're pretty competent with it. And right off the bat, they run into Yoshi. They rescue Yoshi from one of these things. And it's like, it makes absolutely no sense. But it's a freaking Mario Brother movie. Yoshi's going to pop up eventually. So Yoshi pops up and he joins them in their adventures. We're introduced to Princess Rosalia and she's kidnapped by Bowser Jr., who is interested in rescuing his father. Now, Bowser is in the clutches of the Mario Brothers. He's still tiny because he was shrunk in the last movie, and he's living in a toy castle. And his intention is to prove to Mario that he's given up his villainous ways and he's really a nice guy. And Mario's not having it. And in the course of this, Rosalia is kidnapped by Bowser Jr. and Princess Peach runs off to rescue her. And then she's going on one adventure, then Bowser Jr. comes to rescue his father. So those guys are on an adventure and they eventually meet up. And that's pretty much it. It's I don't know how else to say it. It's a movie based on a video game. And you get a lot of that. It's just that kind of like, okay, and then this guy shows up because he's in one of the video games. I guess there's a couple of Mario Brothers Galaxy games out there. So those kind of power-ups and situations appear. There's various characters. Now, like me, the last video game I played was Super Mario Brothers in that series. And so I'm not familiar with all these different things. So none of this stuff really meant anything to me. It just washed over me. But my daughter recognized the characters and she knew who this guy was. People are popping up. There is one special guest that's outside of the Mario Brother universe that I didn't expect. And they kind of explained that he gets lost in this universe or this galaxy or whatever. And that's how he comes here. And that's a big reveal. I'm sure everybody knows about it by now, but that was kind of cool. I knew who that character was, but that's not a deep storyline. Things happen in the movie because they happen in the video games. Mario encounters a dinosaur. Mario gets turned into a baby. All that kind of stuff. And I really struggle with people having a problem with this film. It does what it's supposed to do. It is what it is. Is it a good story? No. There are several plot lines that they develop and they just kind of let go to the side. And I'm listening to people and they say, well, there's reasons why they did that. There's a fairly adult theme. There's a suggested romance between Mario and Peach. And, he's like, does she like me? I don't know. Should I ask her out? That kind of thing. That just goes nowhere. There's I mentioned earlier the thing about Bowser and his, identity crisis. And I'm really a good person, give me a chance. That goes nowhere. The movie just keeps moving forward and it kind of just leaves these storylines that need to be developed in the past. And if you go to the movie looking for that, yeah, you'll be upset. But maybe it's just me. I went to the movie and that's like, this is for kids. And it's flashing noises and jumping around and cameos from the game. I mean, I'm not sure what you expect, and people are really and truly expecting, a developed storyline and something interesting, all that kind of stuff. It's like, nah, dog. It's just a movie about Mario, and they're jumping around getting power ups. Yeah, there's a lot of cute stuff. Also heard that there's no real jokes. It's just things that happen. Like, and here's a reference from this game. Here's a reference from that game. I didn't laugh out loud. There was a few kind of chuckle moments. Like, okay, that's cute. But you if you're like a lifelong Mario brother fan, because this thing's been around for 40 years, 40 years, and if you're a big fan and you're looking for something that's scratched that itch beyond just things popping up, and you will be unsatisfied. It's not a deep platform or plot line. It's just the video game strung together like a movie. And if you go into it like that, it was okay. I found it cute. The animation was really good. That you can every dollar, the $150 million apparently contributing to how much they paid to make this, is on the screen. Nobody gives a real breakaway performance because there's the Bowser and the Bowser Jr. storyline. There's Mario and Luigi, they're doing their adventure, and Rosalina and that bunch, and Toad and Princess Peach looking to save Rosalina. So there's a lot of the story is really split, so nobody gets a real long screen time. And again, there's no real development, like this is what happens, and there's some sort of resolution to relationships and all that kind. It's just really just lay back, have fun. And if you go into it like that, you'll have fun. I thought it was cute. That's all I really expected from it. My daughter liked it. End of story. I'm good. So what do you guys think? Did you see it? Did you enjoy it? Did you, do you left hanging? Did your little kids bug you to make you go see it? Comment below.